You are Locked On Phillies Postcast, part of Locked On Sports Philadelphia, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Just what makes that silly old ant think he can move a rubber tree plant? Everyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky. Hope so when you don't pitch Taijuan Walker in a game. The Phillies do much better, and they hit home runs too. Welcome into the show. My name is Mark Farzetta. This right here is the Locked On Phillies postcast on the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us. For the people on the podcast, thank you so much for joining us as well. This was a fun one. Cristopher Sanchez, the line doesn't look great. Bryson Stott, I'm not mad. I'm just saying is all. You come up with that double play ball, and next thing you know, Cristopher Sanchez isn't getting tattooed in that inning. He got the double play ball, would have been 2 outs in the innings, then no outs in the inning, and then both runs that were left on base, both runners that were left on base ended up staying on base, then ended up across the plate on the home run by Hoerner. So, yeah, como si, como sa. Easy come, easy go. Nick Castellanos, if he would have hit a triple, talk about Farzy benching the bar. I would have benched the whole bench and the bar and every plate I own. It's like 6 plates, okay? So I would have put on a show, an amazing feat of athleticism is what I would have done for you. Welcome into the show. Appreciate you guys joining us. We'll get to the whole thing, the whole kit and caboodle when we talk about this game and break it down tonight because it was a fun one that included some home runs and the Phillies clinching a first round bye at least the 2 seed in the National League. Here's how the Phillies have it going on for themselves, okay? We went over this last night. Ignore the top of the list here. Phillies right there beat the Cubs tonight, so that's good. 6:45 Friday, 4:05 on Saturday, and then Sunday 3:05. The only thing that sucks about that is that I won't be with you guys. Won't be doing that one. Actually, you know what? If it comes down to it. Anyway, no need to do the schedule now. There's a chance I do that postcast. Eagles play at 1 o'clock, and we'll see. Anyway, here's what's going down for your Philadelphia Phillies. They have 3 games coming up here against the Washington Nationals. The LA Dodgers, of course, are starting off tonight in about an hour, a little less than an hour. And then they got one more game on Thursday against the San Diego Padres. Phillies, now, if the Dodgers lose tonight, and for the people listening and watching this later in life, maybe you already know what the Dodgers did. Way to go, Padres. Beat the Dodgers. Yay. Or damn you, Padres. How do you not beat the Dodgers? Insert proper reaction there. 2 more against the Padres, including tonight. Then they play Thursday. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday are against Colorado on the road against the Rockies. The Dodgers have tattooed the Rockies this year, unfortunately, similarly to the way that the Nationals have been tattooed by the Phillies. So, hey, well, we got that going for us. But either way, welcome into the show. I do appreciate you guys joining us. Make sure you hit like and subscribe on the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. That's like and subscribe on the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Thanks for making Locked On Phillies postcast your first listen every day. We're free and available wherever you get your podcasts and also on YouTube. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. This particular episode brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. You looking to travel for the postseason? Booking.com is where it's at. Explore those U.S. cities you've always secretly wanted to learn more about, even your rival's city in Major League Baseball. Do so by booking on Booking.com. Booking.com, the official accommodation partner of Major League Baseball. Get the Booking.com app today. That's Booking.com. Booking.yeah. 3 big things today in this game. First and foremost, Nick Castellanos. I've been rooting for Nick Castellanos. I've acknowledged that he has been better for the Phillies recently, really ever since the first 2 months of the season. We've talked about it a million times on this show, a million times. And I loved what I saw from him tonight with 3 hits in the game. He gets his batting average up in the month of September now to 289, which would be his highest batting average in a single month in a single month this season. Love to see him get up to those numbers. Would love to see that happen for him. And also, seeing him go up there today, work a couple of at-bats, get on base, do his thing, hit the long ball as well, and also play pretty solid in right field as well. Those are all things that the Phillies are going to desperately need. Now, some people might look at this and either say, oh, okay, well, you thought they were going to clinch first round bye a long time ago. There are a lot of doubters out there. If Nick Castellanos not only hits his stride, which he did months ago, but if Nick Castellanos is playing his best brand of baseball going into the playoffs, that makes me feel pretty good about life. If Kyle Schwarber is playing his best brand of baseball, and one thing we didn't highlight last night, we highlighted the 38th home run of the season. What I did not highlight last night was that it was his 10th home run of the month of September. He has not had a double-digit month this year. Not June. It didn't happen in June. June fell short, unfortunately. That's when he had the injury at the end of the month, so nothing really happened for him in the month of June. But now 10 home runs in the month of September after last night, gets a double tonight. He starts hitting that long ball. This is a much better brand of baseball we're getting from Kyle Schwarber as well with that double tonight. And then Brandon Marsh, you start swinging a hot bat now as well. Good things are going to happen for this Philadelphia Phillies ball club. Because what I think is going to happen in the postseason, as much as I hate to admit this, is Marsh will probably be in center field. Hayes will be in left field. Hopefully you mix it up, lefties versus righties, because I certainly want to see Johan Rojas out there in center field as well, as he's your best by far defensive center fielder, one of the best defensive center fielders in all of baseball. But seeing these guys hit a stride, Brandon Marsh, Nick Castellanos, Kyle Schwarber, obviously throughout this entire month, that's a wonderful thing. Also, seeing Bryson Stott go out there tonight, he was 3 for 4. He's number 2 on my list. Seeing Bryson Stott go out there and get his overall batting average up to 246 on the season, and certainly helping his own cause in the month of September as well. I love to see that. Again, these guys hitting their stride at the right time, carry into the playoffs. I know you could say it's against the Cubs. You could certainly say it's against the Nationals. So what? They're just padding stats. Yeah, so what? They're gaining confidence going into the postseason. What's your number? All honesty, what's your number? We'll get to Carlos Estevez, by the way. But what's your number one concern going into the postseason as a Phillies fan? Let me know in the chat. What's your number one concern? I'll go first. Hitting. I got all the confidence in the world. Zach Wheeler's going to wheel and deal. I got all the confidence in the world, even after tonight. Hey, look, Cristopher Sanchez got the double play ball he needed. The sure-handed, most likely Gold Glove Award winner in the National League at second base, Bryson Stott, unfortunately booted it. It happens. And I got every bit of confidence, especially the way Aaron Nola, talking about guys hitting a stride. Aaron Nola coming up with 2 of his best starts of the season as his last starts of the season. Love to see that too. But seeing these guys build that confidence, take that into the postseason, makes me feel great about what this team could do. Because my number one concern is hitting. And they start hitting going into the playoffs. Just keep that going, baby. Keep it going. Number 1. Today was the last day at Citizens Bank Park in the regular season. Today was the last day at Citizens Bank Park in the regular season. Folks, I'm not ancient by any means, but I certainly went to my fair share of games at Veterans Stadium. Went to my first Phillies game at Veterans Stadium. That might not be shocking to people. I'll never forget it. I think it was Charlie Hayes that dropped a foul ball right in front of my face. I was like, this guy's a pro? What's going on here? But thinking about the history of Citizens Bank, and I remember going to the opener at Citizens Bank. I think it was the opening weekend. I think I went to the second game against the Nationals, the newly minted Nationals. The atmosphere is great in that ballpark. And then finally, a couple years later, 2007, 2008, being able to be in the stands, being in the stands in particular for Shane Victorino's grand slam off CC Sabathia. The environment at Citizens Bank Park for Red October, it is goosebumps when you walk in there. It is electric when you walk in there. If I had hair, I'd be standing straight up. The Phillies fans throughout the regular season brought it. And the Philadelphia Phillies baseball team rewarded those fans. 54-26 at home this season. Second best record all time at Citizens Bank Park. At home in Philadelphia. 54-26 for a .675 record at home, second highest all time for your Philadelphia Phillies. Philadelphia, you helped that along. It's not BS when your manager is talking about how you have the 3 hours of hell or whatever at Citizens Bank Park with a home playoff crowd in Philadelphia. It's not BS when you hear from Brandon Marsh addressing the crowd before the game. There is electricity. Now, look, also, I mentioned it last night. This Phillies team lost a Game 7 at home to the Diamondbacks last year, unfortunately. They got no hit at home, unfortunately. But I think he'd rather have this buzz than not have it. And one of the things I absolutely love, and this is what baseball could do because it's every day, they could give you that party every single day. And that's what I'm hoping Red October brings the city of Philadelphia, along with the obvious, a championship parade. It starts with winning in the playoffs. It starts with winning the regular season, clinching a bye, and then hopefully pushing aside the jinxes that can happen with teams that are ranked number 1 or number 2, whatever it might be. Phillies going into the postseason, playing some of their best baseball, having a month where they could be, 6 games over 500, 7 games over 500. Let's do that. Let's do that before they go into it. Some news and notes before I go into our first break. The Mets and the Braves, how about this? The Mets and the Braves have to postpone the 2 games of their series to Monday because of the weather in Atlanta. So they have the hurricane whipping through, Hurricane Helene. And the Braves and Mets canceled today's game, tomorrow's game, and they're going to move those games to a doubleheader, a traditional doubleheader. These games matter for the wild card race. So seeing those games played out, I have to wait till Monday. Okay, we'll see how that goes. So I look forward to seeing how that plays out. But right now, all eyes tonight, like they were after this game ended immediately, all eyes were on Milwaukee. Unfortunately, the Brewers lost. To clinch home field advantage, to clinch the first round bye for the Phils is fantastic. Get a 5-day break. Bryce Harper, rest that thumb, baby. Rest that thumb. Starters, loosen up a little bit. Stay loose. Don't get rusty. Can't wait to see how this team does perform in the playoffs. Can't wait. Hey, when we come back, we're going to take a look at some of the guys that really got things going tonight, including Brandon Marsh, who, as I mentioned earlier, came up with the big hit, and Carlos Estevez. Problem? I think there's a problem. Back in a second. This is Locked On Sports Philadelphia and the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, Locked On Phillies Postcast. Boy, oh boy, you heard me talking about Booking.com earlier. Booking.com, yeah. This episode is brought to you by Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Explore those U.S. cities from rival cities as well. Maybe you secretly wanted to explore some rival cities, for instance. Phoenix, Arizona, maybe one of them. Maybe it's time you taste test the baseball competition stadium cuisine. Luckily, on Booking.com, you can find the stadium stay that's just right for you. And with Booking.com's wide variety of choices throughout the United States, you could go incognito in your rival's city this baseball postseason. For me, even if it's not baseball, I like to use Booking.com for vacations. Used it many a times. I have used it to travel to continental United States. Chicago, went to a Wrigley Field. Never forget that. Used Booking.com. Went up to Boston, see Fenway Park and the Monster in person. Thanks, Booking.com. I use Booking.com to book a stay in Puerto Rico in a couple of weeks. Look forward to that. During the Eagles' 10-day layoff, I'm going away for a long weekend. Deuces. Don't miss me too much. Booking.com can help you book a stay that's close to your home team or rival stadium. No matter what team you're rooting for this postseason, Booking.com can make you a fan of any U.S. city. That doesn't mean you have to root for their team, though. From hotels that look over stadiums to family-friendly resorts to cute bed and breakfast stays, Booking.com has so many choices across the United States. The right stay, once again, can make you a fan of any U.S. city, even your baseball rival's city. Check out Booking.com. That's Booking.com, Booking.yeah. And why not win some money for yourself with the great people at FanDuel? Hey, NFL fans. Not just baseball fans, but NFL fans. You could start the season with a big return on FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. When you get a hunch in the middle of a game, you could check out the latest stats, view play-by-play, and so much more on the same page where you place your bets with FanDuel. You'll get started with $200 in bonus bets guaranteed when you place a bet of $5 with FanDuel at FanDuel.com. Also, download the app, America's #1 sportsbook. Right now, check out the World Series odds. The Dodgers, for whatever reason, are still beating the Phils. Come on, there, people at FanDuel. LA Dodgers are at plus 330. Philadelphia Phillies at plus 410. Yankees at plus 450. Orioles at plus 1,100. How about the Orioles celebrating in their clubhouse? People want to shame the Phillies? How dare you? That's all at FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel.com, America's #1 sportsbook, FanDuel.com. So Brandon Marsh comes up with the big base knock tonight to help your Philadelphia Phillies get that victory. Now, here's what was happening throughout the game. You had some big swings in the game. Trea Turner starts things off with a home run in this first inning, his 20th home run of the season. What did I tell you guys last night? I start rooting for stats. I'm starting to root for stats for guys. They go out there and, Trea Turner, I wanted to hit 20 home runs. Bing, bang, boom. 20th home run. You see him put the Phillies on the board 1-0. Bryson Stott came up later in that inning. Big hit for him, a 2-run double to left center field. 3-0 in favor of the Phillies to allow some wiggle room to Cristopher Sanchez. Castellanos added to that with 4-0. Made it a 4-0 game with an opposite field 399-foot home run. How about that? Went with an outside sinker, or sinker away, I should call it, and popped it, went with the pitch, put it out there. A couple rows back for a 4-0 lead. Then in the fourth inning, this is the way things went down. Paredes, who was terrible last night, came up today, or actually, excuse me, he wasn't terrible last night, comes up with a single to left field to start off the fourth inning. This is one of many at-bats tonight by Cristopher Sanchez. I want to say 4, maybe 5 at-bats, where he was taken for 8 or 9 pitches in the at-bat. He had 94 pitches, I believe, in tonight's game. But he goes up there tonight, and he gives up the single to lead off the inning in the fourth inning. Bellinger then hits a patented double play ball to the shore-gloved, soon-to-be golden glove of Bryson Stott. And Stott boots it. Would have been a double play ball. Would have been 2 outs, nobody on base. But that's not how it happened. Wisdom then flew out to right field. So now you got runners on first and second with 1 out. Hoerner steps up, works one of the long at-bats that I talked about, and fouled off 2 pitches that would have been gone. Finally gets another one. Hit a 3-run home run to left field, 345 feet, just over the petunias in left field. Nice grab by a fan using his hat. Good hustle to that guy. Made it a 4-3 game. Sanchez is able to get out of it after that. Clemens then homered in the bottom of the fourth inning, made it a 5-3 game. Bellinger homered off Sanchez in the 5th inning, a solo shot. That made it a 5-4 game. Sanchez goes out. Ruiz comes in. He retires Wisdom. He gets out of that jam. Then in the bottom of the 5th inning, Phillies, instead of dinking and dunking with solo home runs, 3 of them to that point, Brandon Marsh steps up with 1 out, bases loaded. They go to the pen. Assad's out. Keegan Thompson's in. No, not the guy on Saturday Night Live. And Marsh steps up and puts one in the right center field gap for a 3-run bases clearing double. 8-4 in favor of the Phils after that. Hoerner gets another home run because he was just on one tonight, unfortunately. 8-5 goes the ball game, and then JT Realmuto capped off the Phils scoring with an RBI single to center field to make it a 9-5 game. This brings me to Carlos Estevez. Are you worried about Carlos Estevez? I'm a little worried about Carlos Estevez. He hasn't been exactly clutch. Even like I know that we can laugh about a closer really being a closer when he gives you a heart attack. Just looking at his last couple games here. Did fine against the Cubs. Walked 1 in his appearance against the Cubs in game 1 of this series. Against the Brewers, tough road for him, but 1 inning of work, or excuse me, 1/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, walked 2. What the hell, man? And then also did not have a clean inning in his start against the New York Mets back on the 14th of September. So that's how that one went down for Carlos Estevez. And then there's tonight. Holy pots and pans, Carlos Estevez. Carlos Estevez goes out there in the 9th inning and did not fare well for himself. Does not get a save, as it's not a save situation. But you saw him come out there in the top of the 9th inning, just trying to end this thing so we could all watch and see if the Brewers were going to lose, which once again they did. And Carlos Estevez goes out there in the 9th inning. What is he doing? 2 hits, 1 run. He surrenders on that and did give up a double. That was not exactly what you want to see for a guy that's supposed to slam the door in the 9th inning. I don't have him in my notes. I'm just going by the play-by-play off ESPN here. As I was getting ready for the show, as I was trying to watch 2 things at once. He starts things off with Amaya grounding out to second base. Then Alcantara gets his first big league hit. Unfortunately, Kody Clemens couldn't barehand it, so he gets a single out of that, an infield single, first big league hit for Alcantara, or Alcantara, as some people say. Happ then lines out to left field. Swanson gets the double to left center, and then Paredes tattoos one to left field, and Austin Hayes is just able to get there. Are we getting a little shaky with Carlos Estevez as of late? Because I'm getting a little shaky with Carlos Estevez. You let me know how you feel, because it seems to me that Jeff Hoffman in the postseason should be the Phillies closer. That's the way I see it working out. When we come back, we'll take a look at a couple other names for the Phillies tonight to really step up, including some guys trying to get some big-time hits to help out their season and pad the stats a little bit further going into this final series of the season on the road in D.C. against the Washington Nationals. Break it down in a second. Your Locked On Phillies postcast on the Locked On Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Postseason tickets, anyone? Download the Game Time app to your phone. Create an account. Use promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase when you download the Game Time app to your phone. You can take the guesswork out of buying tickets to these events with the Game Time app, as you can view your seat before you buy it, and you can toggle the all-in pricing feature so you know exactly what you're paying before you check out. So that way when you get to the checkout, you're like, whoa, how do these $40 tickets become $60? What happened there? Don't get that sticker shock with the Game Time app when you toggle the all-in pricing feature. Also, let's not forget about Game Time Picks, this all-new feature that allows you to filter out the fluff and get right down to brass tacks. So you can see the best seats at the best prices on the Game Time app. Boom, instantaneously. Game Time Picks. Toggle that feature, and it makes buying tickets to your favorite live events and sporting events, of course, too, so much easier. Game Time Picks filters it all out so you know exactly what you're getting at the best possible price. You can take advantage of that all-in pricing. You can view your seat, and how about this? The lowest price guaranteed, or as we call it, the Game Time Guarantee. If you find tickets in the same section, same row, on another ticketing site for less money, the Game Time app will credit your account 110% of the difference. So once again, take the guesswork out of buying tickets with the Game Time app. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use promo code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Once again, terms apply. Create an account. Use redemption code LOCKEDONMLB. That's LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app today. Oh, what time is it? Game time. I felt bad at one point. Bryce Harper is going for a career high. And this is that selective hustle we've talked about in the past from Bryce Harper. I believe he's going for a career high in doubles. Okay. And unfortunately, just came up shy of that tonight. The selective hustle for Bryce Harper went as follows. He steps up in the seventh inning, I believe it was. Sixth inning. Hits a rope, or not even a rope, but he hit a soft liner or whatever to left center field. I thought it was a single. It should have been a single. He should not have tried to take second base. You have an 8-5 ball game. You're doing okay. Just to get on base, despite the fact that there was already 2 outs recorded in the inning, he tried to stretch it. He tried to do a Bryce Harper thing with that selective hustle, and he tried to get to second base. I thought at first the tag was high and didn't get him. He was called safe. He was originally ruled, yeah, you're good. And no. Upon further review, he was thrown out. It would have been his 43rd career double. His high for a season is 42, which, of course, is what he's sitting at right now. 42 is also a number that he reached in his third year with the Phillies. So both those seasons have come here at Citizens Bank Park. Not too shabby. Wanted to see him get it. Just came up a little bit short. Let's get into the chat check and see how you guys are doing on this fine Wednesday evening. Hello, Morgan Landy. Listening to the game on the radio on my way home from work, it sounded like Hayes is up to his horrible defense in left field. Sad that he is a worse fielder than our DH. Not great. I'll go ahead and say not great. MPTR, hello. Clinch to buy. IBH, what's going on? Michael Evans, love to see some offense, though Turner and Stott didn't do Sanchez any favors. Yeah, Turner pulled someone off the bag with another horrendous throw. Yeah, that one didn't come back and bite him in the behind. That was in the second inning. Wisdom, another one, 9-pitch at bat by Wisdom. He strikes him out. Sanchez strikes him out to lead off the second inning. Hoerner reaches on the throwing error by Trea Turner. Crow Armstrong gets a infield single. It was challenged. Sanchez then beat him to the bag, so he was out. And then Amaya lined out on a nice play by Kody Clemens at third base. That one didn't come back. That one did not come back to bite the Phillies in the behind, but the Bryson Stott error in the fourth inning certainly did. That's so out of character for Bryson Stott, though. So out of character. Michael Evans, home plate umpire was awful. Caused Sanchez to throw several more pitches than he should have. Bellinger was struck out, and Cuzzy at first had to be overturned twice. Yeah, not great. Not great. I heard John Kruk kept last night and tonight, 2 different times he alluded to, oh, wow, all 4 of the umpires are Italian. And I was like, shh, we don't want them to know. They don't come to the meetings. Anyway, for those that don't know, my father's family's from Italy. Anyway, Morgan Landy, hello. Stupid. Oh, wait, what? Stupid Adames thrown out, stretching a single into a double, clinches first round by. I'm happy he did that. Are you not happy, Morgan? I'm happy he did that. Christopher, hello. Yes, Brewers lost 2. KGB, we take the bye, baby. Still want that for number 1 seed. So do I. Again, Dodgers lose tonight. Phillies are a half game above the Dodgers. Oh, that works. Yeah, half game above the Dodgers. And the number 1 seed. With the Dodgers having one more game against the Padres, and the Phillies, they have 4 games left. Phillies have 3 left after tonight. So, yeah, I think Wheeler's going to pitch, and I think Nola's going to pitch. I think it's going to come down to the wire. KGB, yes. Tim Sione, what's going on? A win and first round bye. Yeah. Awesome. I'll take it, as will I. Bam Man 100. What a great game by the offense. We got that bye, and we're looking hot. Evelyn's 3 things. 1, Casty, great game. 2, Marsh, bases clearing double. 3, we got a bye, baby. Thanks, Pirates. How about that? Oh, did the Yankees lose as well? Just because, it'd be nice for the Phillies to be the best team in baseball, You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. I did something different. Bing, bang, boom. Come on, homie. Computers are not my friend. For the people on the podcast, I'm not having any luck with this. Let me just go. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. I'll just wait for the newspaper to get here in the morning. No. Scores. Click. Talk amongst yourselves for a second here. Yankees lose to the Orioles 8-3. Or is that game? That game hasn't gone final yet, has it? The game get postponed. Top of the 8th inning. Yankees losing to the Orioles 8-3. How about that line from John Kruk when he was asked about hangover games, like the Phillies hangover game yesterday? And John Kruk goes, if we were worried about hangover games, we 93 Phillies wouldn't have won anything. We all know it's true. Thank you, Kelly. KGB officer, also Farzi, I'm going to tweet TF out. Tweak. Smitty and Arthur AJ Brown are both out Sunday. Covey IR. Now Goddard's questionable. Well, we may in fact be cooked. Well, that's why I got Saquon, baby. That's why I got Saquon. And the defensive line is waking up at the right time. John Cook's truck switching. All eyes on the Dodgers. Yes. The ghost of Taiwan Walker's career. Nice to see Stott and Marsh get knocks. We see them continue to produce at the bottom of the lineup. Absolutely. Nick Castellanos hitting a cycle would be the weirdest thing I've ever experienced in sports. Didn't see that one coming. John Kruk's Twitter feed. Estevez celebrating after giving up a run is like me celebrating getting up in the morning by eating 2,000 calories of food. Bonnie Watson, hello. High hope sounding better. Try for my way now. Go Phils. Thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate it. I think you're the same Bonnie that was hitting me up after the show about being on the Johnny Carson show. Yeah, that would be a dream come true. Me, Frank Sinatra, Johnny Carson. It was so hot today, a pigeon was walking in the shadow of Orson Welles. There are 3 people that might get that joke. 3 people. If you got that joke, that is an authentic Johnny Carson Tonight Show joke, just wave at me in the chat. Just give me the hand symbol in the chat. That'll all I'll need. I'll ride that into the day off tomorrow and into Friday. You know what I mean? Evelyn, hello. I'm going to the game Sunday. Hope it doesn't get rained out. Yeah, as do I. Good luck to you. Game Time app. Make sure you use the Game Time app. Bam Man 100. Number one concern is definitely consistent hitting. This is our problem the last 2 years. Yes. By the way, I know I've been ballparking it, no pun intended, but Game 3 of the World Series, Phillies hit 5 home runs en route to a 7-0 win. Game 3. Game 4, the next day, no hit. That's why we're scarred. Jeffrey Todd would much rather have Hoffman in the closer role, as would I. Farzy benched the bar. Farzy, the Fightings are going all the way with the pitcher, with this consistent and inconsistent offense. With this pitching and inconsistent offense. All the way? All right, let's do it. Bonnie Watson, Mark, now bye-bye birdies? That's funny. If the Orioles take it in the AL, would love to see that instead of the Yankees. So would I. That would be so awesome. Oh, Tampa Eagle. Locked On Sports Philadelphia. Congrats on 1,000 subs, Farzy. Thank you. Thank you for making it possible. You guys make it possible. Bonnie, not giving up on Estevez. Okay. Evelyn, I've always wondered why Hoffman isn't the closer. Look at that. Andrew, there is no denying that Rob Thompson is a good manager. 3 seasons of that man. All 3 seasons we go to the playoffs. Okay. Petition for Farzy postseason tailgate. Well, we'll see if we can get the big wigs at Locked On to approve a postseason Farzy tailgate. Lisa Wicks, love it. While I love it, I have for the past 2 years, I'm already preparing myself for the stress that is the Phillies in the postseason. Yeah. Bam Man 100. You got it? You got the joke? IBH, you got the joke? I saw a shadow. I saw a pigeon walking in the shadow of Orson Welles. See, it's a terrible Johnny Carson. It's terrible. It skews more into like Casey Kasem. Anyway, they're both knockoffs of Dana Carvey anyway. So what am I even doing? Anyway, thanks everybody in the chat. You guys are wonderful as per usual. Here you go again. Dodgers tonight. Flaherty against Cease. 10-10 start time. Phillies off tomorrow. Back at it Friday, 6:45 start time. Ranger Suarez gets to start against Trevor Williams. Williams 5-1 of the season with a 2.19 ERA going up against the Phils. The last time he faced the Phils was a long time ago, as he missed a lot of the season with an injury. He faced the Phillies, and the Phillies actually lost that game 11-5. Was that the game Nola started at? I'm sorry, Phillies won that game 11-5. Did Williams start that game? He did start that game. He went 4 1/3, allowing 5 hits, 3 runs, all earned. Is how that one went down. So hopefully the Phillies can jump on that again tomorrow. You know what I'd love to see? Or Friday rather. I'd love to see Ranger Suarez go out there and just give me like 5 scoreless. That's all I need. Let me feel like the Ranger of April, May, June is back, baby, right before the playoffs. And then the Phillies are going to have a tough decision to make because you're going to talk about 3 starters. Wheeler, right now, for me, my starting rotation in the playoffs is Wheeler, Nola, Sanchez. Sanchez was edging out Nola before Nola's previous 2 starts. Nola just had to right the ship, and then obviously I'm going to go to him as my number 2 starter. And I think we all know Rob Thompson is going to go with that anyway. Maybe he tries to split up the righties with a lefty, but I think he's going to ride with experience rather than what arm a guy tosses with. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Be back with you guys Friday and Saturday. Hopefully Sunday as well, with the Eagles playing as well. I know Harry Mays and Jason Martinez will have you covered right here on Locked On Sports Philadelphia. Make sure you like and subscribe to Locked On Sports Philadelphia. That's like and subscribe to Locked On Sports Philadelphia. Thank you for making Locked On Phillies postcast your first listen today. For your second, find Locked On MLB. Prepare for the Fall Classic with Sully, who has it all covered every single day. Find Locked On MLB on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. So do that as well. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. My name is Mark Farzetta. Once again, like and subscribe to Locked On Sports Philadelphia. Oh, Morgan Landy, you are happy that Adames got thrown out. Just thought it was funny to try to yeah, that is funny. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, everybody. Back with you guys Friday night. Look forward to talking to you guys then. And hey, let's go Padres. Let's go Padres. See you guys Friday. Bye.